Like some are from ground observation, some are from remote observation, some are from different levels of atmosphere. So all this information we use different kind of instruments. Now what we saw there is a part of basic, very basic level of instruments. We have different instruments here, like different types of thermometers to record temperature, and there are some collecting devices inside there. To this the waterfalls. These are standard diameters. These are different. In IMD we use 200 and 100 square centimeters of area for this. And this water, the rainfall that is
the gauge.
Yeah, this is not the gauge. This is just the collector. And this collector we have a measuring jar is there. In that measuring jar we pour, and from that we estimate what was the rainfall. And this is a similar instrument, but what does is it is automated. It's recording the data on a graph paper. There's a clock drum that is continuously rotating, and a graph paper is there. This is continuously rotating, and the data is getting recorded. You can hear the tick noise. It is continuously rotating and recording the data. And these are standard thermometers and the recording devices. Inside this, these are pressure recorder, humidity recorder. Hygrograph we call for humidity recorder, and this is a temperature recorder, thermograph we call it. So all these are continuously monitoring the atmospheric temperature, atmospheric humidity here, 24/7. And this is what we regularly on a daily basis we give information that this was the maximum temperature, this was the minimum temperature. That is measured from these thermometers. We get maximum and minimum temperature, dry bulb temperature, and humidity from these 4 set of thermometers. So if you are like curious to know what is the temperature now the present temperature is approximately 30.5 degrees as of now, right now. And what we see here is a replacement for all these manual levers. This is an automatic sensor mounted weather station. This is called automatic weather station. What it does is it is transmitting data every 15 minutes to the silos. It also includes temperature, pressure, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, all these values, but they are automatically taken by the sensors and transmitted. So what it does is all this data is going to complex computer programs called numerical weather prediction models. All this information is assimilated there, that is run 24, in a day it is run 2 to 4 times based on the requirement, and from that we estimate what is going to be the weather outcome of like whether it is going to be rainfall there, how is the temperature going to change. All this information is estimated from this numerical weather prediction models, and this data is vital for all that. There is continuously rotating 24/7, and that is the antenna of the radar with which we are doing the remote sensing of clouds around Goa, approximately up to a distance of 500 km radius around Goa, Panji.
Thermometers installed there is
विजिटर्स रजिस्टर बोलते हैं इसको, वो शोएब आपको बता देगा. अगर WMO, our office, Goa office is one of those WMO recommended, WMO recognized radiation measuring offices, and this gives us different kind of information. Like the instrument there we see is a solar tracker that measures the direct solar radiation, how much of energy is coming from sun. That is measured from that device, that is a solar tracker. And then we have other types of sensors here. Some are called terrestrial radiation instrument, some are called global radiation sensors, and there is ultraviolet A sensor, ultraviolet B sensor. You can have a look of that on top if you want to. हाँ शोएब, विजिटर्स रजिस्टर होता है ना? And here we have solar cards. This gives us the total sunshine hours. Sunshine cards, these are called. These have focus the sun's energy to on these cards. These cards will slightly burn as the sun is moving across the horizon. So from that we calculate how much hours there was sunshine on a particular day, and this is a very vital information when we are doing some bigger constructions and all, building stadiums or building solar plants, etc. This information is vital, like on a particular region how much solar energy we are getting. And wind speed. Based on the speed of wind, these cups get rotated, and accordingly the readings change here, and from that, from fixed intervals of observations, we can estimate what was the wind speed. And this is giving us, yes, exactly, sir. You must be familiar with all this, no? So this is giving us the direction. As of now, we'll say that the wind is blowing from southeast direction as of now. Now when the wind direction changes, like from the direction where wind is coming, these flaps get affected by that, and the wind direction accordingly is notified by this instrument. These are directions: east, west, north, south. So now when I release it, we can see that it is coming back again to southeast direction, because wind is basically from that side. That, sir, is called diffusion radiation sensor, because the purpose is that there are two methods by which atmosphere gets heated. One is because of direct solar radiation. Second is that it need not be like, even if we are on shade, we will feel the heat. That is because even though sunshine is not falling directly onto us, we have
Ultraviolet rays.
not ultraviolet rays exactly, like heating is from the other side. So for that, this shade will always keep sun's rays inhibiting to hit this sensor, and the heat will only be coming from the other sides. So that is how we are estimating the diffused radiation. It's at what measurement this should be set, so that sun's rays will always be under the shade. The purpose for this ring is that this instrument should never get direct solar radiation, whereas that is the quite opposite one. There we are finding the direct solar radiation only. So that's how we are calculating the diffused radiation. This will be kept always under shade, and it will be permitted to get heat from the other sides, all other 360 degree or whatever all directions we have here. Attached with sensors which will have GPS module, which will have sensor which can measure temperature, humidity. So those sensors are released every morning at 4:30 actually is the time. That will go up to a height of approximately 25 to 30 kilometers height that will reach. And whenever it is climbing upward with the help of balloon, at every instant, let's say 1 or 2 seconds interval, it is continuously transmitting data to the ground station about humidity, about temperature, about wind speed, about wind direction. So this antenna is for that, and I'll show you the instrument that we are tying to the balloon and releasing. So you can have a feel of it, just to know like it is how lightweight. So this is the sensor, this is the instrument that I was referring to. This every morning we tie 2 hydrogen filled balloons, and those balloons take these instruments to approximately 30 kilometers of height. And these instruments have different sensors, like this sensor that is covered with this plastic sheet is actually a humidity and temperature sensor. And apart from that, this particular sensor this unit has one GPS module inside, and like I told, it has its own batteries, and it will continuously be transmitting data whenever it is the moment it is released from with the help of balloon. Every 1 second, every 2 seconds, it is continuously giving us data. What is the height it is at, what is the wind speed that it is experiencing, what is the wind direction it is experiencing, what is the temperature, humidity of atmosphere at different levels of height. So that is very vital. Like with this sonde ascent and using the calculations from that, we can estimate the probability of thunderstorm activity over a region. Also, we can even calculate how much of water is there in the clouds which can precipitate down. So all these values we can estimate with this instrument's ascent. So these are such. That's how basically India Meteorological Department collects data, and like I told, all this information, and with the help of numerical weather prediction models, IMD tries to give the accurate forecast on a timely basis. And apart from that, like the WMO theme of this year 2022, the target is early warning and early action. That means we have to play our vital role in disaster management by giving accurate warnings at the right time, so that the disaster management authorities can take required actions. And to that direction IMD has always been moving. Like we have been issuing impact based forecast for the past 2 years. Impact based forecast is like apart from what weather will be, we are giving the information what weather will do. And if we are referring to the forecasts and warnings that IMD had issued from the last monsoon season itself, it is quite clear that we have been giving information on the right time, and that will be our motto of work as well. Hi, I'm Rahul M, Scientist C and Officer in Charge for India Meteorological Department, Panji office. So like we all know, today on 23rd of March 2022, we are celebrating WMO Day. And like we do in every year to celebrate the anniversary of establishment of World Meteorological Organization, we keep our offices and our instruments open for all public, students and weather enthusiasts to visit, as well as to get knowledge and clarify their doubts regarding how our organization works, what all are the methods which we collect data, and how we ultimately issue forecasts. So in accordance with that, this year also IMD is celebrating World Meteorological Day and an open house on 23rd of March. And in this changing scenarios of weather, the WMO theme for this year is early warning and early action. And if you are frequently following IMD's weather forecasts and information, you must be aware like how we have been issuing forecasts on time, whether it be of heavy rainfall, whether it be of thunderstorms taking place, or whether it be of heat waves. Like there was a heat wave condition over Goa in the last week. So all this information we are trying to pass on to public as well as to administration on the right time. And we invite all of you to come to our office and visit our office on this day of WMO day celebrations, and get the information, be a part of the process that we are following to issue forecasts on a daily basis.